Every single part of this video is essential. There are 5 things you must do before submitting a paper to Turnitin. You are advised not to skip any parts, as you may lose salient points stated in between. Hello, intellects. Welcome to Insights for You today. If you are a new student, congratulations. Watch out for academic integrity. Academic integrity goes hand in hand with your success stories in school. Students may learn about proper citation and reference practices. Meanwhile, you must know that citing a work will not automatically remove plagiarism. As long as more than 3 consecutive words are cited from a source, any plagiarism checker, especially Turnitin, will indicate it is plagiarized. Turnitin helps to ensure that students' work is original. Now, you should know that most of your assignments will be submitted on Turnitin for plagiarism tests using your instructor's account. Turnitin does not offer users the option of purchasing individual licenses. You can inquire whether your school or university uses Turnitin. If yes, find out whether the service of checking your assignments for plagiarism before final submission is available to you under their license. Most schools don't give students this privilege, though. However, don't worry. I've got a solution for you. Just keep watching. Alright. Before submitting your assignments on the Turnitin account, the number 5 thing you should do is learn how to use Turnitin and interpret its reports. If you don't know how to use Turnitin and analyze its report, then keep watching. If otherwise, just move on to the 4th thing you must do before submitting your papers and assignments on Turnitin. To submit your assignments on Turnitin, first, you need to create a Turnitin student account with your email. Then, have your Turnitin class ID and enrollment key. Usually, your instructor will make the details available to you for final submission. However, I recommend you use the free ones provided on YouTube to check your work for plagiarism before final submission. Just search for Turnitin's free class ID and enrollment key on YouTube and select recently uploaded videos with less than 200 views that are without a repository. Why? Any Turnitin account with a repository will store your document on Turnitin. Thus, when you submit your assignment on Turnitin, you will have Turnitin read your final submission as 100% plagiarized. Again, most Turnitin instructors' accounts on YouTube allow for a maximum of 200 students to enroll in a class at a time. So, if you want to get an active class ID and enrollment key on YouTube, go for videos with fewer than 200 videos and without a repository. When you have your class ID and enrollment key, enroll in a class here. Next, you upload your document like this. Give your submission file a title over here and follow all the steps you see on your screen. Refresh the page after a while to see your result. Click on the score here. It will take you to the feedback studio, where you can see and download the report. Use this little filter icon to choose your settings right. Ensure the Exclude Bibliography option is highlighted. You do not want Turnitin to read your references as plagiarized. Every school has its own benchmark for determining how original your work is. However, generally speaking, if your plagiarism result is low, maybe between 0 and 10%, congratulations. You are ready for final submission. If otherwise, paraphrase the plagiarized parts highlighted in varying colors before repeating the test. I have several videos on how to remove plagiarism entirely from a document. See the playlist suggested in the description box below. If you want to know how to interpret the Turnitin result, see a video by LSE Learning Technology and Innovation in the description box. It was properly explained there. Number 4. Check all your papers for plagiarism first before final submission. You should know that some of your instructors and professors do not allow for resubmission of assignments. You wouldn't even know it is set that way until you submit. If there are traces of plagiarism in your work, you might be found culpable and face disciplinary panels. Therefore, make sure you check all your papers and essays first before your final assignment submission. The question here is, what plagiarism detectors can you use to check your papers before sending them to your instructor? Number 3. Don't use free alternative plagiarism checkers to Turnitin to check your papers for plagiarism. Typically, you won't be able to use the Turnitin service to test your essay before sending it to your instructor. There are indeed good free alternatives to Turnitin, but they are not as accurate as Turnitin. You can see my video on the best free plagiarism checkers closest to Turnitin for more details. So, how then can you check your papers for plagiarism? Number 2. I said this earlier. Take advantage of YouTubers like Moon Official, who provide Turnitin free class ID and enrollment key on YouTube. They regularly offer Turnitin class ID and enrollment key on their videos without a repository. Please don't use a Turnitin account with a repository to check for plagiarism. The implications of this are that when you make your final submission on Turnitin, your papers will read 100% plagiarized. You can also buy good plagiarism checkers like Inago Plagiarism Checker to check for plagiarism and grammar correctness. See description box for link to Inago Plagiarism Checker. Finally, change the wrong notion that Turnitin is every student's nightmare. It is not valid. It is straightforward to pass the Turnitin test. All you have to do is paraphrase manually or automatically any work cited. I strongly recommend you see my playlist on plagiarism. Take your time, watch all the videos therein, and I promise you that the maximum plagiarism levels you will ever have on Turnitin will be 3. Alright, intellects. I trust that this video was helpful. Please share and hit the like button. I wish you all the best in your studies. See you in my next video. Bye.